Boxing Truth here. Andre SOG Ward is throwing some shade at Triple G, hating on Golovkin, talking about that he's not clamoring to see him fight, that he's not following his career, that he's not biting his nails in anticipation of when Golovkin is going to fight, that he's not a fan of Triple G, and that's all fine. Not everybody has to be a fan of Triple G. But to say that he respects Canelo and likes his game more, I mean, you got more respect in Canelo, a guy who refuses to fight his mandatory challenger, refuses to fight at the full limit of the middleweight division, and instead cherry-picking a chinny welterweight to fight, has yet to fight a legitimate middleweight, and has created his own weight class, disrespecting the sport, disrespecting the middleweight division, refusing to give his mandatory challenger in Golovkin a shot at the title unless he bows down to diva demands. So Ward is saying he has more respect for a welterweight cherry picker who's created his own weight class and holding a belt in the middleweight division. But Andre Ward's just hating on Triple G. Says he doesn't want to follow or is clamoring to see Triple G fight because he may hear things that could, fuck with his feelings. Like Triple G is a bigger star and he's selling a lot more tickets compared to Andre Ward, even in his own home state of California. Just look at the figures for the last fight. Triple G got a bigger payday, made more money. Triple G sold twice as many tickets in Andre Ward's home state compared to his last fight. A decent turnout came into his fight, over 8,000 for Ward's fight against Sullivan Barrera. Ward was excited after that fight, was finally back on HBO for the first time in years. Finally got a solid win under his belt, his best win in a long time. Was very active on social media, was posting a lot of pics of his fight, was feeling good, felt, back in the limelight, back in the spotlight, getting some shine, was feeling some love from his hometown fans who were approaching him, asking him for selfies, autographs. He felt like a star. He felt like, he's back, that he all the action he was missing, the attention from not fighting. And he felt good. He got the win. And he was saying to the media that because of the turnout that came to the Oracle Arena in his fight against Sullivan Barrera, he was saying that, I can't say we ain't got no fan base no more. Man, you better have a fan base in your own hometown. Like, what the fuck, man? You better, some support better come out for you, bro. And it wasn't a bad crowd, over 8,000, but nowhere compared to what Golovkin drew for his fight at the Forum. It was a sellout. Over 16,000 people showed up. That's twice as many fans that came to watch Ward fight in the same state. So Ward is just not feeling the shine Golovkin's getting as his fight was approaching and everyone was talking about him. He felt the need to throw some shade at Golovkin, saying that he's not a fan of his, not looking forward to any of his fights, not a fan of Triple G. Still talking about that weak-ass offer he sent to Triple G. What type of offer a fighter sends to a fighter saying that, I won't fight you now, let me get some rust off, I've been away from the ring, let me have 2 tune-ups and then I'll fight you. Pretty much acknowledging to Triple G that he's a threat, that he's not the type of opponent you take on coming off a layoff or not facing the top caliber opponents or getting the rust off before you fight a Triple G. Even though Ward made an offer, it was a weak offer, it was a safe offer, Not a fight that he wanted to do at the moment, but down the road. Acknowledging the threat of Triple G. And Ward was stating in that article that he doesn't feel the fight will ever happen. Trying to lie about that he was gonna fight him at super middleweight when we pretty much know, well, most real boxing fans know that he can't make the super middleweight limit no more. So what weight what they're gonna fight at? 172? That would have been the catch weight, the weight demand. Since Ward can't make 168 anymore, it hasn't made 168 in almost 3 years. And when he came back for his tune-up bout, weighed at 172 pounds and weighed 188 pounds in his last fight against Sullivan Barrera, or 186, 180. It was around there, 186 to 188. So Ward won't acknowledge that he can't even make the super middleweight limit no more. Hasn't fought in the weight class in years. And offered a weak-ass offer after Triple G already signed to fight somebody else for a down-the-road type of deal, acknowledging the threat of Triple G. And now it was hating on him just recently because of all the shine Triple G is getting, and on the amount of attention, the shine, and the number of fans that came to his fight. A lot more support compared to Andre Ward, who is an American, and yet a freaking guy from Kazakhstan with broken English has the ability to sell out as twice as many tickets as Andre Ward, an Olympic gold medalist, who's an American, the last American Olympic gold medalist, but yet he's getting outdrew by a foreigner and Triple G with broken English, but simply because of his fighting style, the performance he produces, the good guy natured he is, but he's still a killer in the ring. His marketability is surpassing Andre Ward's, and Andre Ward is a little jealous of the attention Triple G is getting. As Andre Ward knows, if they were to fight, especially right now, he will be the B-side to Golovkin. And Ward doesn't want to be a B-side bitch to Golovkin at the negotiating table. That's something he can never deal with. So, it was a funny statement from Andre Ward, saying he respects Canelo, but is not a fan of Triple G. It's all good. They say they'll never fight. That's fine. Ward still has to figure out if he's going to take an interim fight. He still has a Sergey Kovalev to deal with. That's a big task. He still has plenty of other things to do. Perhaps he could make it a lot closer in terms of who's the A side, the B side. Say if Ward beats Kovalev on a pay-per-view, that would give him a great leverage to perhaps get at least 50%. But say if GGG beats Canelo, it will make negotiations even more difficult to make. But it is what it is. Andre Ward is being funny again with his statements.